The desire to know everything is the enemy of doing anything at all. This is one of the biggest barriers that I see many insurance agents face when they get started in this industry, is that they won't take any action because they're crippled by this limiting belief, this limiting mindset that they have to know everything. And really what it boils down to is a lack of confidence in themselves, and they're afraid that maybe the people they sit down with in person or the people they call by phone are going to ask them something that they may not know. And so today I want to reverse engineer a confidence formula, because this is really what it boils down to, is a lack of confidence. So let's start here. Number one is confidence only comes by competence. So in other words, the more competent that I become, the more confidence I will have. Number two is I can't have competence or become more competent unless I'm consistently taking action and putting in the reps, therefore resulting in me having competence, which ultimately increases my confidence. So here's the key. The key is to consistently take action every single day and get in front of the right people for your particular insurance vertical. There's an old saying that says consistency compounds. And if you want to increase your confidence, then you got to be consistently taking action and putting in the reps, making the presentations, calling the leads, picking up the phone. You get the idea. You can't have confidence until you begin to take action daily and be consistent in those small little daily disciplines to get you there. Let me share with you a quick story how I transitioned to mainly in-person Medicare sales to mostly doing telesales with Medicare. When I first went on my own and we started our new agency, I knew to maximize my time that I would have to pick up the phone and start calling people instead of trying to drive to each individual person's home or wait for the people to come to me. And I had this limiting belief, this lack of confidence, if you will, that I couldn't be as good on the phone as I was in person. So here's the thing. I could have let this limiting mindset of wanting to know everything about phone sales and scripts and what if I don't say this right? What if I don't know how to do this right on the phone? Cripple me from moving forward. But instead, I just started picking up the phone. I started calling the leads, and I saw this massive transformation within 90 days, where initially maybe people were hanging up on me, or maybe initially I wasn't as fluid or I wasn't as good on the phone as I was in person. But by consistently putting in the reps over that 90 days, my competence level in telesales went up. And then ultimately my confidence in picking up the phone, because I knew by the end of that 90 days that I could be just as good over the phone as I was in person. Fast forward 4 years later, now my wife and I have a multi-six-figure agency, and our confidence level is an all-time high. But if we go back to 4 years ago, once again, I had a choice to make, just like you have a choice to make today after watching this video. Do I continue to let this limiting belief, this desire to know everything before I get started, continue to cripple me, and then another month goes by, and another 6 months go by, maybe another years goes by, and I find myself in the same position? Or do I just take what I call massive imperfect action and therefore move towards my desired goal? Because I promise you this, if you will take massive imperfect action, you will see a great transformation in your life.